like them. I think they add a lot of character.
I was struck. I was gonna do something. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't like that it covers up those awesome deltoids.
Where's the... I don't understand why YouTube stream. A little bit more. Where is this thing? I feel like I'm going insane. Okay. Where's my thing? Oh my god, I'm forgetting everything. I'm going insane. Okay. Guess I'm gonna be this epic.
Is your #1 goal in life through everything work?
Yeah, I think every part of my life kind of revolves around it. People like this will say, oh yeah, that's not healthy.
If you don't like the Constitution, that's on you. Really? Then why are you saying that sex...
Huh. Alright. Alright.
Section 3 of Amendment 14
The hell?
requires a conviction.
Past few years, you've had a lot of drama. You just had a big one
That was
with
the big one.
Melina. Aw, to my Steven. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is like, where do your priorities really lie?
They definitely lie with work, 100%.
Well, you're kind of a nice guy.
No, that's gonna be cut.
What are you doing?
This is what we do to libtards. I'm gonna go get him. I will defend America.
I'm gonna fight for Nancy Pelosi.
Dancer, I'm already. Look cool.
This silly ass jacket.
This is my shooting jacket.
Oh, okay. Just
Sighting my target, okay? Trying to be a safe gun owner. Jesus. I need you to back the f up.
Yes.
I can't.
You could have done one more.
No! No!
Turn way the f up. Cool.
Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II, born December 12, 1988, known online as Destiny, is an American live streamer and political commentator. He was among the first people to stream video games online full-time and received attention as a pioneer of the industry. Since 2016, he's garnered further attention for streaming political...
Oye, ringuitos. Oye, ringuitos. Hola, hola, Barbados. What the hell are you saying? Stop.
debates with other online personalities, in which he advocates for progressivism and liberal politics. At least, that's what Wikipedia says. In reality, Destiny is all of those things, and he's also a very controversial person. While he is a progressive, he's also...
How you doing, Shrapnel? What are you up to?
Like 1 month ago.
I mean, he was reading it. You wasn't supposed to say that.
Gaming?
Which sort of puts him at odds with a lot of the other left-leaning people online. His community has been the birth of various popular streamers like Hassan Piker and Vosh, both of which Destiny has been at odds with for years, despite their initial interactions being friendly.
Just did a giant...
I'm not going to, for instance, I use Hassan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always... What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Liar, dude.
He's also been the subject of online mockery due to his marriage, which is an open one, in which he and his wife Melina see other people. Well, I guess I should say ex-wife, as they're now divorced, and she seemingly left him for someone who was one day away from taking hormones. Melina then demanded that Destiny send her $100,000 as compensation for their marriage, or something. His streams have also been...
Actually, Upsu... It is fucking... It's such... Just cute, to be honest. Such a house... And
plagued by a revolving door of friendship and hookup drama, with various individuals trying to come for his career with a litany of allegations. Despite the controversy, he's
one scrambled egg, one over medium egg. He's like bacon, ham.
reaching a sort of new career high, debating very...
I would eat a version. I don't...
popular right-wing figures like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson being interviewed on every podcast under the sun, and his YouTube channel is getting upwards of 10 to 15 million views every month. He's sort of an unavoidable force online at this point. It feels like he's got a hand in everything. So I, guy set out to find out who the true Destiny really is, starting with his debate with Alex Jones of InfoWars.
We're here in Texas filming his debate with Alex Jones.
I should not be hungry for a while, hopefully.
Security is extremely tight. They take it very seriously. They made sure that we didn't film outside because I assume there's crazy people trying to mess with them all the time. But it's a very high budget thing they've got. I cannot imagine a greater matchup of people. Destiny, the ultimate libtard, Alex Jones, the ultimate chud. They're gonna be going head to head talking about the insurrection at the Capitol. And it's actually January 6th right now, 2024. It is the memorial, the hallowed days of the chud insurrection. I know Glenn Greenwald is gonna be involved in this in some way, who I believe was a part of the Snowden leaks. The Krasenstein twins, who were like some Trump Twitter reply guys, are gonna be involved in some way. So we've got an exclusive behind the scenes look. Should be spicy, should be fire. What is Zero Hedge?
It's the media company that's producing these like X live debates.
Okay.
So like they did one with like Laura Loomer and somebody else about Israel Palestine.
It's you guys, Alex, Destiny.
Hey guys, a bunch of pizza. I'm sorry I know you guys are going live. How you doing, man?
This fucking guy is a cartoon. I don't know why Alex Jones.
Tom, nice to meet you.
Like the shirt.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Anyway, that's right. I apologize.
Dummy, little dummy's blushing here. Oh.
He's not really short.
Are you guys familiar with the indictments?
This guy gets right fucking into it. Not how are you doing? How's the pizza?
Are you fully familiar with the elector scheme? Do you understand how all that was supposed to work? Okay. Do you know what red pill is? Like debating these guys that are kind of like. Do you know anything about Ray Epps?
I know the name vaguely.
Ray Epps is like some boomer conservative guy.
Drum?
DC, all fired up to protest. I think his heart was really.
Ring
good,
sound?
like, the actual
Oh,
fighting happened,
stop.
and he was like, okay, wait, chill out, guys. Like, everybody calm down.
Keep
Like,
putting
one of the things
words
that's very
together for no
funny
reason.
about
Stop.
This whole conspiracy is this text that he sent his nephew. His nephew's like, are you there? What's going on? He's like, yeah, I orchestrated the whole thing. Kind
I
of
feel like I'm
bet.
watching your stream right now.
Yeah,
Holy
bro.
shit.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm the exact same in real life. Sorry, yeah.
You're in.
So anyway, how you guys doing?
I brought coffee.
Hot chocolate.
Just coffee.
You're
Hot
doing
chocolate?
a
Are you
thing on
12
me.
fucking
You're doing
years
a
old?
video on me. I always drink hot chocolate.
Okay, well, I'm not giving into your
I was gonna check Golden Riddle.
bullshit. This is America.
Pineapple.
Cream and sugar.
It's okay.
My mom was
Pineapple
doing on here.
Stop.
She was like reading your Wikipedia article. She's like, he's one of the first full-time live streamers on Justin.tv. Are you technically the first?
First guy to do it professionally, yeah. Quit his job and do it full time, yeah.
There's no one else?
No one else that I know of. Do you okay, if I was gonna look for I want a pen and notebook if I can. It would be so nice to take notes for this if I could do it.
Are you like nervous at all for this?
A little bit, not really, kind of. I don't know.
Not really, kind of, I don't know. So you don't get nervous for this kind of thing? I was nervous I'm not even debating. I was nervous just coming here to the studio.
It's a different kind of nervousness. Like I have the facts are easily on my side, and I have a huge
Wanted to fucking Google a revolver. They Googled like pineapple beat. Revolver.
database of them out of my head.
Are you confident that you're gonna be just fine?
Yeah, I'm always confident in myself. Yeah, obviously. I mean,
Obviously.
well, because I've been doing it for like 7 years, right?
So early on when you're starting out, let's say with a JonTron discussion.
It is a European nation historically. There's just no debating that, of course.
The first thing that you just said
Unironically, of Destiny.
doesn't really make sense. It was a European nation.
Were you nervous about that?
Not as much because I feel like the expectation kind of matches the reputation. Like when I was debating, it was really just a conversation with JonTron. Like all this stuff leading up to it, nobody really did like online gaming / political debates. So there wasn't like a huge expectation to be like super informed. It was just like really entertaining and funny and everything.
Do you think the John thing was like a watershed moment, like the start of a lot of that stuff for you?
I don't think so, but it's for a lot of people met me or found out about
That's
me.
how I knew about you. And I didn't even like you at the time because I was a John fan, and I was like, oh, he doesn't like John, and that was just in my head. It was just like, this guy.
Did you watch that full convo?
Yes.
The thing that was the most frustrating thing about that convo is I listened to, the only reason I had that convo is because I was on stream. Do you know who Sargon of Akkad was?
Of course.
That he was talking to JonTron. When I was listening to those conversations, it sounded to me like JonTron was just like a well-meaning dude that like had some questions, and Sargon was of course like educating him.
Yeah.
And then I saw JonTron start start to tweet out stuff like, if Japan's population can be all Japanese, why can't America's population be all white? And I'm like, aren't you like a Persian immigrant or something? That's kind of a weird thing for you to say. So then eventually we had a conversation on stream, and the conversation was not really me trying to like go after him. I was just like kind of asking him questions. I didn't know that he was as far along as he was.
Because I remember when that happened, all his buddies, I want to say Psychic Pebbles or whatever, they drew
the
you,
animators.
They drew you retarded.
Don't say the R word. You're so dumb, Tom.
All his buddies,
Say that.
I want to say Psychic Pebbles or whatever, they drew
the
you.
animators.
Hey kiddo, let me tell a thing or two about real life.
They drew you retarded.
Oh yeah. Psychic Pebbles, Ego Rap, all these guys that I loved, I still like their work. I think they're funny. I hate the people now. But one of the animators for, do you ever know a show called Metalopolis? Or Metalocalypse or whatever?
Yeah, on
Adult Swim. Yeah, that guy, like there were so many like big animators that came from my throat after that. I was like, oh, okay.
But it's been crazy for me watching your come up because when I got
Awkward. This is a very, I'm showing you a very niche section of online creators. Probably, I don't know if you heard of Destiny Shrapnel. Don't fall into the rabbit hole.
I like saw you around that time and I didn't like you. And then around like 2017, maybe 2016, 17,
Shrug.
Bedhead Bernie for getting me into Destiny, but he got me down the Destiny pipeline. That was when you were debating all the skeptic guys like Worski, Sargon, Tonkasaw. Oh, Tonkasaw.
The crazy people.
Well, this is the thing, because all these guys that you interact with, I mean, whether it's the skeptics, whether it's BreadTube, whether it's the Red Pill, I feel like you're kind of the one left standing.
Obviously.
Well, they all, the thing is, like, they all ride these trends, right? They're all part of these waves. You never had, like, a wave of people you came up with. You kind of assimilate a little bit here and there to get in there.
Yeah.
And then you get out very quickly.
People always call me, like, partisan or biased or whatever. My biggest strength is, if you go to Hassan's stream, for instance, you're going to Hassan's stream to see, like, what do progressives think? But if you go to a lot of, like, political people's streams, you're just trying to get, like, their political side of things.
Yeah.
But I think when you come to my stream, you're getting, like, my relatively unique take. Like, I'll have, like, different positions on different things, and people enjoy that. But because of that, I can kind of move through time without coming up and then going away.
You don't need to have a big watershed with
the political movements. Like I didn't rely on Gamergate to build me up, or I didn't need to be like a big Bernie bro progressive to build me up, or I didn't need
But it seemed like a big moment back in the day that was like a big kind of turning point for you a little bit. Someone leaked your dick pic on Reddit, and that made like front page. And I saw a bunch of people talking about how that kind of made you more like part of the Kotaku and action kind of scene a little bit.
Maybe. My issue was just that basically there was a subreddit. Have you ever heard of the subreddit? This one be way before your time. Have you ever heard of a subreddit called Shit Reddit Says?
Barely.
Back in the day, this was like the SJW subreddit. SJW is what my generation called woke people.
Oh, that's what you talked to Vosh about that. He came from there.
He came from there, yeah.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
But Shit Reddit Says was a subreddit that tried to like witch hunt basically people's careers into the ground, and then I was one of their favorite people. So they would like email sponsors, and then if sponsors wouldn't drop me, they would email their sponsors' clients to get them to drop me. Like really hardcore shit.
And did you get stuff dropped?
Not usually, because I didn't carry too many sponsors, so because I didn't ever want to be hostage for shit like
Without
that.
getting into numbers of these things, like I mean, with the Keppel stuff back in the day, did you take like a big financial hit, like when you got kicked off Twitch or stuff like that? Like was that like?
Twitch was pretty shitty.
Oh shit.
That probably cost me $15,000 to $20,000 a month, I think, when I got kicked off Twitch. I'm always kind of like I run my own website with my own subs and everything. I'm always trying to stay a little bit independent because obviously I have to be able to weather the storms of political opposition.
Yeah. Should I do? Should I do a zoom in? I gotta stop thinking.
So
scary.
Yeah.
Where is this thing?
It is. Squirreling away nuts for the winter.
Something like that, yeah.
You don't seem too reckless with your money, which is probably a good thing.
What do you mean by that? Do you know what this is?
Balenci?
Yeah, and then this is Gucci. They did custom designs for me. I don't know if this is...
Versace?
No, this is Neiman's.
Damn. And now you're here. This is probably the most popular conservative you've debated?
Who?
Alex.
I've been on stage with him before. Alex Jones has kind of tumbled a bit after the Sandy Hook ruling, I think.
I'm Tom, and this is the InfoWar. I'm mewing.
And we're mewing.
Gotta get her pumping for this debate. 10 more, okay. I need a sip of coffee. I just put Alpha Brain in there. Is my form good? This is important training for the insurrection. I'll do it, Mr. President. Anything you need, I'll do it. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How you doing?
Nervous?
Not yet.
The nerves are getting to you now. I know they are.
Yeah, I'm just getting torn up inside.
Calm before the storm. People live in Nebraska?
I know, I moved.
Yeah, there you go.
Dumbass.
Call me a dumbass. I'm gonna fight this guy. We're gonna go to the gym tomorrow.
Dude, no. Don't
We're
make me
going to
do
the
that,
gym.
okay?
We're gonna smoke cigarettes and do pre-workout, and we're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna get huge.
Yeah, when I get back from this trip, okay?
Tomorrow, you're gonna bench 225.
Yeah, maybe I can bench half of it, like from the top to the bottom once.
If you do it once, you'll beat Ben Shapiro.
From the top to the bottom.
If you do it once...
And then it's gonna drop my neck and I'm gonna die.
No, I'll save you, dude. I'll save you.
Yeah, will you?
I'll save you. I'll pull it off your neck, and then I'll push it right down.
Yeah?
Vegan Gains will be proud of me. I wish Richard was here. Shout out Melina. Big shout out. I took her up on a job offer to be part of my production crew. She's helping out. She's actually great at Adobe After Effects. Can we recreate It's Melt Time?
It's melt.
But with
Jesus.
guys?
No, what the fuck? Uh-oh.
No, okay.
Melt time. It's melt time.
Yeah?
All right, we're about 10 minutes out from the official debate. Destiny's sitting over there. Got some guy recognized from Tim Pool's show. Krass and Steins were sat over there. As soon as Destiny got here, he was like, "Did you hear about the indictments? Did you hear about that report?" He's on, he's ready. I can't think of a better person to debate about January 6th than Alex Jones. Definitely gonna be a contentious debate. Obviously, we're a non-political outlet here, so whatever your opinion is, I don't really care. You guys will enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. We're at the debate.
Stephen Bonnell, known as Destiny.
Well, I don't think I probably needed much of an introduction. There's no Russian connection. That's all.
mRNA vaccines.
Take your extra. I want you to take all the shots.
Global warming.
So
You know what the United States would usually...
Wait, here we have
independence. If we do want an insurrection, you'd know it.
We are there right now. We just were. It's January 6th. If there was any time to go
Don't
there...
worry.
Don't touch me.
I got your ass.
Yes, that's correct.
But the idea that Trump thought that he lost the election, whether you believe it or not, Trump believes that the election was stolen and he was using the legal recourses available to him.
Hey, what's up? Hey, welcome. Anna Harbor. How you doing? What are you up to?
At the advice of his legal advisors. That is
not true.
And they use January 6th and this extremely inflated narrative, and they've made it now so that they can charge those people with felonies.
Hey,
insurrection
ding
without
dong.
having to invoke every other Democratic leader's
Ding
name.
dong.
no name calling.
No, his name's Ding Dong. Ding Dong, Destiny, whatever it is.
If you don't like the Constitution,
the
that's on you.
Constitution.
Really? Then why are you saying that Section 3 of Amendment 14 requires a conviction? Alex, why did you say that Section 3 of Amendment 14 requires a conviction?
Why wasn't
Trump indicted?
Why is Hillary
Why
saying
wasn't
Trump's
Trump
Guys,
arrested?
Why is Hillary
All
saying
right.
Trump's
Can you have an answer to that
I'm
question?
about to stand up, just so you know. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're done with this fucking conversation.
Let's go.
How's it feel to lose?
Let's go.
You don't want to say bye to anyone? Kisses? Meeting Alex Jones in person was pretty surreal considering how famous the
He's a cartoon cat.
guy is. Or maybe infamous
Look at this fucking...
is a better term.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. January 6th, 2024.
The debate itself was very entertaining though, but as many debates are, it wasn't very productive and didn't bring a lot of closure to either side. I think those who support J6 and those who don't are probably just as dug in as they were before, but regardless, it was funny. We just got done with the Alex Jones debate. Destiny, how do you feel about that?
I think it actually went okay.
For you?
I would have done things differently on my own, but I think given what it was, I think it went pretty good, yeah.
How do you feel about the opposing side with Alex, Glenn?
Glenn is a clown. I didn't get to hammer home that enough, unfortunately, because Alex was also a clown, but a much louder one, so he kept cutting me off every time. The Darren guy seemed to be the one that came with the most facts to argue, but he was the most passive and didn't seem to talk as much because Alex was screaming all the time, so.
Yeah, I feel like probably either side, their audiences are probably not convinced of the other at this point.
I don't think so, not this much, probably not.
No, you weren't even able to get, I think you did a lot of preparation for this one. It seems like you weren't able to put a lot of that to good use.
Yeah, I like to do like the factual argumentation combined with kind of like the punchy rhetorical skill, but that's hard to do when you've got partners. Like for Alex, if Alex wants to shout at me the whole time, I'll shout at him. I can do that forever.
How's your streaming going? Going good. Been busy going around, not being able to stream that much. Want to kind of stream as much as possible and do art as much as possible. Enjoy it.
But then if my partners want to chime in, I can't really shout over them. And then sometimes they can derail like a line of argumentation I want to go down, and I can't really interrupt them because I have to give them their space. But I will say for this conversation, though, they were the best debate partners I've ever had.
So this is one example of, you've done a lot of in-person debates and conversations and podcasts in the last, I want to say, year and a half. It's really ramped up. Before that, it was mostly you in your room talking to people on stream. Now it feels like, you know, every few weeks I'm getting a new video of you in my feed talking to someone that gets turned into a TikTok clip. You used to stream like 300 hours a month, and now you're getting down to like 160, 170, and you're
300 hours a month. Jesus. Really?
audience is kind of jilted about that. They're not too happy with that. Do you think that you're doing yourself a disservice by, you know, giving so much leverage to other people's platforms when you could be focusing on your own at home?
No, I mean, it's helped me expand a ton. Like, my audience might get mad about it, but like my concurrent viewership is like 12 or 13K now, probably because I'm expanding so much.
And that's higher than it used to be?
Yeah, and like I'm showing up on more shows, I'm like making more connections, like more people know about me, even if they're not all necessarily viewers yet or whatever, but going on to all of the different platforms with all the totally different audiences, I think it's really good for awareness of me in general.
Obviously you have a lot of opponents. Who would you consider like someone that you're like, okay, that's my buddy, that's a good buddy that I like to talk to, and maybe someone not from your community, not an orbiter, but somebody who you've had a conversation with on a mainstream platform?
Yeah, I don't know, usually the people that I'm fighting with or I disagree with are so out there compared to what I believe. It's hard to say if we mind meld much, because like there's a wide basket of people that I can talk to and have good conversations with. We don't agree on everything.
Do you think conservatives are retarded?
Not all of them, but
Right, don't. Why do you have to say the R word, Tom? Please.
the Trump defending ones.
There's a lot of videos of you saying conservatives are retarded.
I think the Trump defending ones are unhinged. I feel like all of my debates over this January 6th stuff is like pretty evident of that.
Is this like anti-intellectual, anti-literature, anti-history, anti-data thing, like something you find very frustrating these days?
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it anti-intellectual or anti-data. I would call it populism. I think it's the idea that you have these like heroic figures that are larger than life. And
always be hardworking. Your dream will surely come true. Every pick, your gaming journey, your dreams spread joy and life for rocking it. Streaming is fun.
Everybody around them is trying to bring them down, and the
So
only
Trump.
person, the only person you can look to is your particular populist figure.
So you're comfortable with the current administration then?
I like kids better than people. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Biden, yeah, I think he's done a great job.
His cabinet maybe? I mean, he's not even, I mean, I see videos of him, he's really not.
Sure, even if I just say his cabinet, yeah, his cabinet is.
I mean, there's this video, some comedian talked about how like when he finishes speeches, he turns into a Roomba. Like he just goes all over the place on stage, doesn't even know where he is.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a major, I mean, that seems like a big issue to me.
Even if I were to say that it is a big issue, like...
If you don't mind, can I ask you something? Sure, go ahead.
If I compare like the Biden administration to the Trump administration, the Biden administration has like gotten an unprecedented amount of major legislation passed. I think the foreign policy decisions have been incredibly good, better than I could have expected. There's still some domestic issues, obviously, that we have to sort through, but this is like, we're still in kind of like the fallout of COVID, the fallout of low interest rates, the fallout of like the international pressure on, you know, food and oil and everything. I think he's doing a really good job.
Have you started earning from streaming? The last time I got, so Twitch has a minimum threshold of payment that is 100. I believe it's 100 euros. I got paid 100 euros like 4 months ago, and I haven't gotten paid again. So I technically have the ability to foreign from Twitch, but very hard to get consistently grow. But streaming is fun to do, and I'm gonna be doing art, so I might just.
I think his administration is.
Well, if he's doing a good job, you think he's going to win?
I think if he runs against Trump again, I think he'll win. Now that you're coming off the back of what we lost abortion under Roe v. Wade, you've got all the Trump indictments. I have a hard time believing that Trump would win against Biden in the second time, but
there's kind of an inherent distrust of the government, of, you know, intelligence.
Bro, you're streaming. You're starting to sound like a bot.
Agencies, I mean, CIA, FBI have like hundreds and hundreds of memes about them. Would you are you in favor of our intelligence community in the United States?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think a healthy distrust is good, but it just can't be blind and stupid. Like, I think we should always be investigating these agencies and trying to hold them accountable. Like, we can see that they made mistakes during all of the Russian investigation stuff. That there is definitely an element of political bias that is probably pervasive through at least the FBI, according to the Durham report. So there's things to hold them accountable for sure.
And why do you think that these guys have such large, followings? I mean, InfoWars is definitely a larger following than you, right?
Okay, listen, I'm worth more, okay?
Are you? I mean, maybe now.
I'm pretty sure they're worth like negative $1
Maybe
billion,
he
right?
made more.
That can be
Prior to the lawsuit, he made more.
Yeah, true. I think...
Anna, please say activity tour.
People, when they shop for news, they look for stuff that makes them feel good.
But that's their main criticism of the mainstream media, right? That they just feed slop. Do you think you have people in your audience that probably go to you for that content slop?
Yeah, probably most of them. That's why there's like a joke where like if a certain video is coming out and people are watching in my stream and they all have like an opinion they think I have or whatever, and then I watch the full video and then I give a take, but it's the opposite. They spam that like the driving guy emote because they're all doing like a 180 because like, oh shit. So yeah, there are people that watch me that copy my opinion and should be doing more critical thinking, but I encourage people to think for themselves and to evaluate their stuff. And I try to I think my audience is pretty good at being critical of me. Like, for as much as people say I ban everybody that disagrees, like there's a healthy amount of disagreement.
There's a decent amount of hate on your subreddit for you.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's funny to see. And me sometimes a little bit, which is also funny.
Yeah.
Past few years, you've had a lot of drama. You've had a lot of drama.
Hell yeah.
One of the dramas that I was most interested in was with Keffals.
Wow, we spent the past 2 weeks working on some stuff. Yeah, here we go. I went with the title, Keffals, a case study on internet terrorism and mass media manipulation.
And I saw not that long ago that you had like lunch or dinner with Keffals and Brianna Wu. What was that like?
I mean, Keffals apologized to me. She said that she felt like she was in the wrong with her witch hunting stuff and that she was a little bit too overzealous online.
Did you accept that?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody apologizes and she had a history at that point of, I think, a few months of like fighting with people that were pretty on the far left, I mean, like, I'll accept any apology, I guess, but then I have to see how you behave in the future to see if
I mean, she tried to destroy you.
Yeah,
she did in a way. I mean, she claims she didn't, but I think she definitely played a hand in getting you deplatformed.
Probably did, yeah, for sure. That's how it goes. It's the internet game.
You can forgive that?
I mean, that's what they do, you know? I think I look at people's like states of mind and I try to assess like how reasonable their actions were and like what kind of person it would take to do a particular thing.
They were completely unreasonable the entire time.
They were understandable. She didn't know me. I came off as transphobic. She had a whole community hyping her, and she's like, oh, okay, let's go. And it was like that kind of mob mentality shit. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I'm not going to stand here and defend the behavior. I'm just saying that like I would view that a lot different than like a friend backstabbing me or something, or like a personal acquaintance I find out has been doing like really shady shit. Like I would hold that to a way higher standard.
Well, maybe you're just so black because you've had that happen too.
Maybe.
Because you've had that. Okay, holy shit. You just had a big one.
What was the big one?
Melina.
She backstabbed me?
I mean, she didn't backstab you, but I mean, you had a big falling out with the person you were probably closest to for the past 5 years.
I think we had a big falling out. Depends on what you mean by falling out, I guess.
A divorce.
Oh, when I think of falling out, I think of like public drama, like super public.
Well, there was some public drama. I mean, she
not
tried
much.
not to be involved, but
yeah, exactly.
Her guy, Memetics, Memetix, he was involved.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, she was asking you for $100,000.
Without getting too deep into it, basically her living situation in Sweden is becoming a little bit more complicated because of decisions to leave Sweden. And so she felt like the moral thing would have been for me to pay her back.
Does she actually feel that way? Does that make any fucking sense?
She probably was just saying if she could play on my old feelings for her to get her to pay the money back.
Did any part of you want to give her that?
Absolutely not.
That just seems dark.
What do you mean?
Okay, this is the thing I don't understand. Okay, you're such a fucking emotionally, I want to say detached person. I mean, I guess I'm not talking to you about your feelings every day. You probably have people you talk to about that.
Like your mom.
Yes, like my mom. You got her. Okay, but you're so emotionally detached from these things. Like you just had like a mind divorce, in my mind, you'd like need to take like a month off streaming to like take baths and.
I don't think it was a mind divorce. I think we had.
Is any divorce not a mind?
I think some could be a mind. Yeah, for sure. But me and her we had like some problems with our relationship. Some of them gotten a lot worse over the last year. And then through the lens of like another person, I started to realize like, okay, hold on, this is like really And after analyzing that, understanding it, and then introspecting on it, and then realizing what I wanted going forward, I was like, okay, well, this obviously isn't working. So it's easy for me to take a step back from that. But I can understand like, if I was in a situation like some guys might be married for like 10 or 15 years and you think it's the love of your life and everything's perfect, and then you find out like they cheated on you, that could be like my world is crashing down moment, you know?
In your previous relationships, have you had sort of a more emotional response to when it ends?
I mean, I have an emotional response. I was sad. I mean, I was sad when you're
I was sad.
Hopefully
but like some young guys have like mental breakdowns when their girls break up with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can find something a lot better, obviously. If there was that much fighting or that many issues towards the end, I can do way better than that. I would say. She probably feels the same way as well. She won't, but I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was.
She'll hit up Asmund Gold.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't see you interact with like the main Twitch streamers.
Well, I can't now because I'm banned from Twitch, so I can't go on their streams. Prior to this, I did quite a bit though. Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
What about Mizkif?
What about him?
Is he evil?
Evil? No. I think he's really like content brain driven. But I don't even think he would deny that. He is. But I don't think he's like a horrible person or anything.
What about that whole Adriana Lee thing?
Yeah, I think that was pretty shitty.
The story there is his friend Crazy Slick.
I think basically he was friends with Crazy Slick. I think he was trying to cover for Crazy Slick, and in doing so, kind of railroaded the story of somebody else because the whole situation seemed kind of like dumb and silly. Maybe to him, I obviously I think it was bad. I think it was dumb. He shouldn't have done it. I think he knows he probably shouldn't have done it, but I don't think it was like the worst, most horrible, evil thing in the world. I feel like most streamer people are just like very like content and clout brained. That's probably like the worst in general.
I mean, it's fine to be career driven. That makes sense, but
yeah, but like
it's
the
kind
fake
of
friendships and everything, the two-faced friendships feels kind of lame, I guess, for people. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's to such a crazy extent, but to me, the dichotomy between you and them is like they have these fake friendships, but they're also way more emotionally involved and like hysterical. And I've never seen you like cry on stream. I feel like I've seen every fucking streamer cry.
Is that what you want from me?
Maybe a little, maybe just some fucking humanity. You're like a robot a little bit.
I mean, I'm generally pretty good about having like decent length from people in terms of my expectations. Like it's pretty rare that somebody like, there's huge drama and I'm like, I never saw that coming. Like there've been a couple people for sure, but generally like when, like I have a history of associating with a lot of crazy people.
You've had so much drama. I mean, Lav, Redacted, Mr. Girl.
He said something about that this guy is very smart, and I don't find a lot of people that I feel like I can have a meaningful conversation with that feels very real. It makes me upset that a person like this could be lost into nothing. Like, this guy is creative. He hasn't blown up yet. What if he never did? That would make me very sad.
I mean, these are people you knew personally. You were having on stream regularly. You've had falling outs within the last year. Isn't that like do you not just look at the past year and just think like, oh, look at all these tattered up relationships that I had that fell apart?
Well, more specifically, the past year's actually been pretty good. I haven't had like almost any drama.
Was it before the past year?
But the year before that was probably the craziest year of drama. I don't know. It was really good viewership the whole time. Like,
oh my god,
a little bit crazy towards the end.
There's the content brain.
I mean, I think the issue. It sounds like I'm jerking myself off, but I mean, like, I've had 15 years of streaming. I think I can say this. I don't think that I've done anything that bad, really.
No, but throughout all of it, you haven't had as many falling outs like that.
But what I'm saying is that like when these falling outs happen and these people like attacking me or whatever, usually it's just kind of like fun and we just roll with it and see where it goes. It's not like somebody can expose me on some crazy shit, which I think is like what a lot of people are worried about because my private life is so public. It makes it really hard to actually hurt me or attack me in a lot of ways because like, well, what are you gonna say?
I guess beyond that, I mean, doesn't it bother you to like get to know someone intimately and then have them go nuts on you?
I mean, it would depend on how intimately I knew them. Like for Lav and Mr. Girl, I think I'd seen Lav in real life one time. I don't think I'd ever seen Max in real life. So like,
but you spoke so highly of him. You were like, he's one of the first people who I feel like is totally walls down, honest, willing to have a conversation with no preconceived like restrictions
Yeah, I think
around
he
it.
kind of is. Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
But like when you find someone like that and you like cling on to them, and then within 6 months that relationship just goes down the fucking shit, doesn't that?
I think
Does that not, that doesn't keep you up at night a little bit? Like, well, fuck.
No, because it's not like I relied on him a lot for something emotionally or like for some kind of friendship or whatever. He was a really interesting guy to talk to. He still is interesting, but he's also kind of tried to call me a rapist, so
yeah,
kind of weird. But yeah, I think that if it was somebody like if Melina had gone like public and just started like shit talking me a ton, I'd be like, oh well, that's kind of shitty. Or somebody that I would consider like a close like actual personal friend like started shit talking me a ton, that would be like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Like I have like 5 people I call like good friends. You seem to have like, I mean, I don't know, I don't really know, but you seem to have like a lot of connections of people you're constantly meeting. And
yeah, I've got a lot of connections to people and probably a few close personal friends. Yeah.
Does that get? Do you think your lifestyle is making these things messy? I mean, a lot of people will point to your relationships, like the polyamorous relationships.
Melina considered Bob Seven her closest friend, and it seemed as though he felt somewhat similar. So like he's made references to like, oh, I hope I can make you happy when we meet. Melina confided in Bob Seven regarding all sorts of matters in her life, whether it was the consensual sharing of nudes. Their communication over the next several months, from April to November, would continue without incident.
And then you're always flying out to meet these people. You have like this giant web of connections, and then once in a while, behind the scenes, somebody like Melina will go and shit talk you to 10 different people and ruin your relationships. Do you think this is like conducive to your success? Is this just like a byproduct of the lifestyle you want to live?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would trade any of it for. Like, I've had a lot of fun the past 15 years of streaming. I've had a lot of fun the past 5 years. I would say even like the totality of my relationship with Melina, I think it was a lot of fun. A lot of it was but I also learned a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, what like things that are too much is if it's getting to the point where I'm having to take like a lot of days off streaming because I'm having to like emotionally process stuff in order to move forward, then I would have to be like, okay, well, this is not good. But generally, like if shit gets and I can stream it and we can chat about it and I just like keep working, it's like, you know, it is what it is.
One of the things people bring up against you, we're going deeper now.
Oh shit.
One of the things a lot of people bring up against you is they say you're a bad father.
Sure, damn.
Uh-oh.
So far away from your son.
For work-related reasons. Do you think I should have uprooted his life and
like-
brought him with me to California?
When's the last time you saw your kid?
I don't know. Do you want like the age he was when I saw him last? Do you want me to tell you what he was wearing? You foul fuck, or
Stop talking about people's sons. Kim, he had a child, and he's just paying for the child's existence. Abortion was the correct action here.
Now, City, you abandoned your child to go play StarCraft in Miami.
You talked about how missing Nebraska a little bit and thinking about how maybe things could have been different if you had stuck around to be with your kid. Do you regret how things went there? Do you wish you were...
Regret which part?
I guess just not being there all the time.
I mean, like, yeah, to some extent, of course. When I originally was there in Nebraska, I felt like being there was like super inhibiting to my career. So I had a little bit of a conversation with his mom about like, could all of us maybe move to California or Florida? But that was like completely off the table.
Is this when you were together?
No, but we were like still co-parenting. Obviously, because she had her whole family there and his mom had her job and everything there, like she doesn't want to just pack up and move states. He's kind of locked down there for as long as he wants to be with his mom and his family and his friends there. And then I felt like if I lived in different areas, there'd probably be a lot more career opportunities available to me. Some people said I just moved to places to f people, but I mean, I was just fly out and f people. So I waited until he turned 8 because I was trying to think like, well, do I want to leave when he's like 2? That feels kind of weird because he doesn't even know who I am. So I waited a little bit. I was like, well, he's 8. We can have a conversation. He can kind of understand it. When he was, I think, either 8 or 9, I moved to California initially so that him and his mom, because they were living like in a kind of a shitty apartment at the time, and then she moved into my house with him, and so he lives there now. So he can go to the same school and hang out with his family and everything.
Then you wish you were like, I don't know. I'm not trying to do a gotcha moment here. I'm just genuinely curious. I hope you don't feel like I'm...
Yeah. I mean, like,
I'm
more
trying to fuck with
present
you.
or more... Yeah, for sure. Like, to some extent, like, I prioritize probably my career a little bit over, like, my relationship with him.
Yeah.
I mean, God will judge us.
God will.
yeah, and I remember that like I had like there was a period where I look back at these texts sometimes. It was so unbelievable. I'm like texting my kid's mom saying shit like I'm a horrible person, like take Nathan away from me. I don't ever want to see him again. Like I'm a horrible don't blah blah blah. And it's like I'd never say anything like this in my life. I'm the most high driven, like confident person. It was like crazy to me to see it. But
yeah, I mean, like I try to provide obviously financially for him as much as I can. But I mean, obviously that's also no substitution for like having your dad hang out with you every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it's balancing out like how like after this I'm gonna fly and visit him on my way back to Miami. But obviously that's not the same as living there.
No. Do you see him? I mean, you see him what, a few times a year at least?
Yeah, I mean like several times a year. Usually whenever I'm doing trips or traveling, I'll fly out and hang out with him. And then we talk kind of on Discord and stuff. Although he kind of gravitated a little more from games and does real life shit now. So
well, that's good. He's not like you then. He's normal.
Not good.
Is he like you?
Yeah, he's a carbon copy of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mom reminds me all the time.
Wow, that's funny. I
Yeah.
bet she loves that.
Yeah, for sure.
The career, that's like your whole shit. You're like, I have this a little bit, but you're like psychotically in. Like, I don't even know. Do you take a lot of days off? You just seem like you're so on.
Yeah, I think every part of my life kind of revolves around it. But I also super enjoy it too. Like I've said, like if I worked at McDonald's, I would come home and probably get on Twitter and like start fighting with people and shit.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
You did it for 15 years. Is this like, this is it, you think, till you die?
Who knows? Maybe I'll retire soon and go hang out with my kid more. Or maybe I'll get banned from everything, so.
With the Alex Jones debate officially wrapped up, we had one extra day in Austin to just hang out.
I've never had a Camel Crush that did me wrong, you know? Unlike cars, my friends, my bank account, I've never had a cigarette that like f***ed me up in like a bad way. Like every time I've had one, I've been like, oh, that was good. That made my day better. That made my life improve. I feel stronger, lighter, focused. I feel lasered in. I feel dialed in. I feel like my swag, which was turned low, was just turned way the f*** up, okay? So smoke more cigarettes.
Okay.
Do you have any weapons that are made for like, maybe like younger individuals? You don't think so? So you'd say that maybe someone of his stature probably is not allowed to shoot a gun?
Good one.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. Okay, I appreciate it. We just want to get
He
that.
meant no as in he wouldn't say that. No as in not that I'm not allowed to shoot.
No as in you cannot shoot a gun.
No, that's not what he
No as
misunderstood him. It was a double negative. You fucked
no,
it up.
no as in
You double-
your
you fucked
IQ
it
is too low.
Okay.
to shoot a gun. I feel a presence. If I come to your house and I'm banging on the door and saying open up, are you gonna come out with a Glock and kill me?
I would shoot you from the window.
From the window like a sniper?
Yeah.
For style?
Exactly. The thing that's like about guns is that most people that are into guns are also retarded and Republican. The donut operator guy seems cool. I haven't seen him say anything or do anything stupid, but I know that, like, the problem is sometimes they invite a lot of like very political people. Like the last gun thing they did, I saw fucking Alex Stein was there. I'm not gonna be in any proximity to this guy at all. So yeah.
You want to be around him?
No, I don't. I'll never.
About him?
Anybody that goes into like the kid jokes or the wife jokes, I never associate with a gun. Which is stupid.
That's the line.
What?
Well, I feel like because like you hang out with a lot of people who you maybe would consider kind of, I don't know. I mean, okay.
That's usually my red line. That's why I cut off Sneeko and Zerka completely forever.
Here's one criticism I have of you.
Yeah,
real criticism. Okay?
Yeah, criticize me, baby.
Fuentes.
One of the biggest criticisms
shit.
Destiny gets is in regards to platforming controversial people, like Nick Fuentes, head of the America First movement. Some people believe he should not be platforming far-right figures because there is implicit danger if their ideas spread. Others believe these ideas need to be debated out in the open.
Whether or not he was a Nazi or wouldn't have changed him coming on my platform. I think for a while America First was trying to get away from the crazy ultra like Jewish Nazi shit. Maybe there's still like memes and jokes, but I do think they were, especially with like AFPAC and everything, I think they were trying to move towards like a little bit more mainstream, like probably still like a little bit of the Nazi jokes and shit, but less than they were before. But I think that as soon as he got hooked up with Kanye, I think all of that went completely back, and now they're like totally back on there. Because Fuentes was on a bit of an upshoot before the Kanye shit. AFPAC was really successful. They got what, like 2 Congress people?
Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor.
Yeah, that's a really big deal. That's more than any fucking lefty has ever done for their fucking shit on YouTube. When I'm criticizing his points of view, what I tell people is you should just criticize the point of view. Because the problem is that when you run into somebody, especially somebody who's like a little bit more politically adept, like Fuentes or American First, oh, you're a Nazi, they're gonna start bringing up like a million things that like actual Nazis believe, and they're gonna say, well, we break from Nazis here, and then you're just gonna look like an idiot. Rather than call somebody a Nazi, like just criticize the positions. Like I disagree with Fuentes on like any race realism shit, any like weird immigration shit, any like race-based like stuff like that, but I'll just fight on the policies. But people are very quick to just be like, oh, he's a Nazi, and then it's like done. And
But then you cut him off.
What?
You cut him, like you wouldn't do content with him now.
I'm trying to think. The current reason I've listened on Blacklist because he does the crazy aggressive deplatforming shit. Like the Griper people will spam report people if they don't like you, which I think is hypocritical and annoying.
Haven't you done that a little bit?
Not.
I've seen some old video of you reporting Nick's Twitch getting him banned.
Who? Did that ever happen?
On stream. This was like 2018 or something. You saw he was on Twitch
Here's
and
the thing that
you
gets
flagged
rewritten. You should ask my community also if you ever want lore, because they know shit better than I do sometimes. Because there was a big 2v2 debate that I had with me and Hassan versus Nick Fuentes and Sargon of Akkad. And I remember after that stream, Nick's stream got banned. And I complained on stream, and I messaged my partner contact because I said like just curious, like why did he get banned? Because if I'm debating somebody saying I'm pro-platforming and then they get banned afterwards, that makes me look stupid. Like why the fuck would I ever do that? But there might have been, because I know that people say I spam reported Nick after that debate, and I'm almost positive I didn't.
There's
I know
some video of you on stream, not spam reporting.
That might have been.
You actively are like pressing the report
That
button.
might have been a year before or 2 years earlier, but there was a time when I first started getting into politics where I kind of believed in the like, well, maybe we shouldn't platform like certain points of view, but that position has changed over time. By the time COVID rolled around, my position was I don't care about like hate speech or anything like that.
that, but I can understand people banning for like aggressive like misinformation or disinformation, like people just like lie online. But, like if you want to spam racial slurs, whatever, that's another thing. But prior to that, I kind of went back and forth to where I was like, well, maybe we should like debate everybody. But then I would get salty because when I would get banned, they would all cheer on like me getting banned. And I think at some point I'm like, okay, well, f these guys. So I kind of go back and forth. But for the past like 2 or 3 years, I've been pretty like, yeah.
Because there was a time in 2018 when you would talk about like people who deserve to be deplatformed are people who actively spread misinformation.
That was when I was on the
social media.
misinformation thing, yeah.
But you don't hold that opinion anymore?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that works.
Why not?
Because the ideas are really pervasive, so it doesn't really work to just ban them out of existence. Obviously, it didn't work for COVID misinformation. It doesn't work for Trump misinformation. It didn't work for vaccine misinformation. So you probably have to be able to like confront it and deal with it. And then two, it's because I had a big shift in terms of how I viewed like combating misinformation. For a long time, you've heard like the saying like the truth can barely get its pants on before like a lie gets halfway around the world. There's like all these things or whatever. A lot of people on the right spend a lot of time making their stuff very entertaining, very funny, and that's how they're so good at like messaging to people. And I think people on the left just like don't even try. I think if you try hard enough, I think you can combat it. It just takes a lot of effort. Yeah.
So you'd say probably these viewpoints, you have a very pragmatic approach to them.
All of it is pragmatic.
Like whatever
hopefully.
works.
Yeah.
Societally, if it did get rid of those opinions to censor all that misinformation, all those people, you'd be in favor of deplatforming. If it was just like you get them off the platform and then
I think it would depend on the type of misinformation and the level of harm. I think. Like if let's say hypothetically, let's say there was some piece of misinformation you could spread that would get people to like eat Tide Pods or something. And let's say that this particular piece of information was so juicy that like if somebody heard it, there was like a 30% chance that they were going to start eating Tide Pods. I might say like, okay, well maybe this speech needs to be banned because like 100 million people just died from eating Tide. Maybe I can't imagine there's anything like that. But I mean, people just need to do a better job at arguing them.
How come one side of your beard really comes in and the other doesn't?
Because it's called alopecia. I got so stressed out when I was f***ing your mom in the ass after she told me that she had AIDS that I was worried for a while I was gonna get HIV, and then a bunch of hair fell out.
It's kind of interesting because it's like a very like, there's like none there, and it's all there.
I was half joking, but I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh, it looks nice. You think it looks nice?
No, it's fucked.
You have like.
Yeah, but this is like a thing that hopefully comes back in 6 months.
Having any facial hair is good.
Like just 1 or 2 spots is gonna make me.
Okay, hold on. You're the person that she's rizzing right now. Can we get like a review? Like, how would you review Destiny's appearance? Like, how would we review
Shut
Destiny?
up. No, stop. Let's go.
This is Destiny's new trad princess, by the way. This is Destiny's, guys. We're here
Yeah,
with Destiny's trad groipette,
Done?
Destiny's red-pilled girlfriend. Okay, we're gonna make the Aryan race proud. Wait, do you have blue eyes? Whoa, that's beautiful.
Nice. You're unsafe right now. I know I am. Oh, okay, just I'm sighting my target. Okay, try to be a safe gun owner. Jesus, let me operate. Okay. My God.
Feel more badass now.
That's good. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm in Destiny's car. Can we play all the classic Destiny tracks? Like, do you love black people?
Dude, oh my God, the one with the Jesse Lee Peterson?
Destiny. How did you get the name? Is that a lady name?
Yeah, kind of. I made it when I was like 9.
Online, you pretend to be a woman?
No, I just have a feminine name, I guess.
Yeah, that's a girl name. Men will never betas. Are you a beta male?
I don't think so.
Beta.
Yeah, dude. Like when he called you a beta, I was like, oh, that was so good.
So we decided to do some fun gamer things, some fun soy things with Destiny, which included going to an arcade bar, the favorite watering hole among soy gamers in Texas. Although in fairness, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, so count me in, I guess.
Oh, were you on easy and he was on medium?
We were both on medium.
Oh my God.
Play the guitar like I play your mom's pussy.
Yeah, horribly. True.
It's fucking melt time. Melt time is fucking back.
Dancer, I'm already. Look cool.
Sammy MDP, welcome. I remember your nickname. I'm not sure. Not sure if I really remember. Welcome. How are you doing? What are you up to?
Probably one of the most awkward things is when you're like, somebody comes up to you in a public area and they're kind of like chatting with you, and you're not sure if they're a fan or if it's like somebody talking. And
Yes.
you're gonna be like, I don't mean to sound like conceited, but like, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Do you know like how?
Bro, I followed you for like 2 years. Wait, this. But thank you. You don't want to eat meat. Ooh, That is true. Yeah. Oh, welcome back. How you doing? I did. Cannot remember you. Brain has been jumping around lately. I was good. You? I'm applying for stuff, applying for hard things. Applying for really makes you much anxiety. But you know, I gotta get a job. To try getting into something. Been applying to things. You do something to your mic thing. The microphone is different. It's not the same as before. Is it better or worse? I do feel like my new mic behaves a little bit weird. Is it better? Or is it poop? Is it like hard to hear me? He's got if you think the mic is a problem, I need to know how I sound.
Have you had it happen where they don't? Yeah, and then, then I'm like, oh no, I just don't like, yeah, oh yeah, it's so awkward. that must come across like such a.
Can't remember. You need to tweak it a bit more. You need to speak up a bit louder. Then the mix will pick the sound app. Okay. Cringe. It's supposed to be 1, 2. Yeah, it is. It's a little cringe. Don't like. You have to make it a bit stronger. I think it's like completely up. Audio, that's no microphone 0. Maybe I can actually add those. I think the problem just going a little doesn't a little bit weird. I think I have it with filters and stuff because it usually picks up like noise from my desk. I don't like that. I think it's okay now. Filters, noise gate, close threshold, defaults. Okay, hold on. I want to default, yes. Default, yes. All right, hopefully this is better. Maybe it is. What do you hear? Do you hear me talk or not?
Yeah, you dickhead. Your masculinity is on the line here, Tom.
I'm a beta male, but I'll win.
Yeah, you are. Oh, no, let me get you.
Better? I was just saying that been a little bit stressed, applying for shit. Who knows what my papa like I really have. I have like a abnormal level of anxiety. It's so weird. But I'm treating it. We got Are you looking for work? Yeah, yeah. Something stable. Gotta start applying to stuff. Re-rolling in. What did you do before? I've been pretty much studying all this time. I studied 3D, 3D art, a little bit of animation. Just then I studied a little bit of digital art. I studied so I could get like roles in maybe 3D modeling, like visual art. I know. Who knows what will pop up or not. Feels very scary. What are you looking to do? My thing I've always kind of aimed. Oh, you should go check out my YouTube channel. I don't know if you checked it out. I had been uploading animations with noise, like with audio and shit, to my YouTube channel. And I want to keep working on that. Some animation projects of my own. You can check it out. And also, I'm always streaming on YouTube. I always do dual stream, so you can check the stream on YouTube. But I want to do. I always kind of aim my studies to like visual development, so like defining like the look of animated films and stuff. Very top. It's a very hard role to get, it seems. Right now I'm just applying to just any 3D role, any 3D artistic role, any visual concept art, animation or games. Just kind of need a job. Who knows what might happen.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, another punch thing. No! Why did you teach you the fucking punch thing, dude? Of course you picked the board.
I do kind of I do kind of regret. I spend so much time without even considering applying, and I think it's worth to just apply, even if you don't feel ready. Back in the day, I was a CNC operator. I think yeah, you did mention this last time we talked. Are you doing something different now? Oh, yeah. Maybe if you did chat here like 2 years ago, I remember you said this. I remember you did mention this, I believe. Are you doing something different now? Did you change professions in the last couple years?
Dude, my arms are shorter. Oh, I can do. No way. No.
I'm full-time in Forex.
What the f is that?
Forex. Exchange market. Trading online. Changing the currency of one country for another at prevailing exchange rates. What is your role? Trading. What is your role if you don't mind sharing? Interesting. How to trade Forex as a complete beginner. Trade currency. Are you like an economist, perhaps?
you play the fucking game.
Seems like a good, like quite a bit of change of career, no? Just trading forex currencies. Okay. Hopefully you're doing good.
Go ahead, figure it out. Figure the fuck out, Steven. I don't know. No. You know how to play it. Come on, you told me you know how to play it. You can play it. You're a good guy. Oh, you're so good. Wait, you're so good. Wait, I didn't know you were so good at this game.
With our time in Austin out of the way, it was time for the second stop on our journey. Alexandria, Louisiana.
Watch this to
Mexico right now.
what is forex?
In this 2-minute Tuesday episode, I'm going back to the basics and I'm going to teach you what forex is and how you can make money off of it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Artie, and this is The Moving Average, a show where we discuss everything day trading to keep you profitable on a consistent basis. I'm really going to try to do this under 2 minutes. So let's get into my awesome little papers. You've probably heard the term being tossed around, forex. What does it stand for? It stands for foreign exchange, exchanging your currency for a foreign currency. If you guys live in the United States and you've ever traveled to Mexico for vacation, that's going to be your first introduction to foreign exchange. Every single international airport has a currency exchange kiosk where you exchange your currency for that country's currency. For example, when you travel to Mexico right now, if you give them $1, they will give you 20 pesos. That is the current exchange rate. So if you exchange $100, you will get 2,000 pesos. Just to put this in perspective, when I was a kid, like 13, 14, when we would travel to Mexico, the exchange rate was 1 to 10. Basically, you can have a lot of fun in Mexico with $1. Tacos. Now we can get into the deeper stuff. Let's look at euro, US dollar. This is the most commonly traded currency pair, and right now, for 1 euro, you would need $1.13. Now you might be asking yourself, what does that mean and how do I make money off of it? When you are trading currency pairs, a standard lot is a unit of measure of the amount that you're purchasing. So for example, if euro USD is 1.13 and you want to trade one standard lot, which is 100,000 units. In order to place that trade, you need $113,000, the current price, multiplied by the number of units. You can see right here in the third and fourth decimal points of this price. If it were to go up from this price to this price, that would be a difference of 10 pips, which is basically a difference of 1/100th of the price. So with your original purchase of $113,000, if the price went up, you would have an additional $100. That is the act of buying at one price and selling at a higher price. You make the difference of $100. That's your profit. Now don't get confused because it can easily go the opposite direction and you can lose just as much money. That is why a clear understanding of technical analysis, basic financial fundamental analysis, as well as months and months of studying and practicing is going to help you be able to make money instead of lose money. If you guys want to learn the basics of technical analysis, I have a fantastic beginner playlist which you can find right here. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you got some value out of it, make sure that you like.
Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you can wiggle in livelihood.
Louisiana. There we met up with Kennedy and Baker of Intuitive Defense on YouTube.
Where can we find your stuff on YouTube for the fans at home?
At intuitivedefense.com, we train people to go from beginner and cross the barrier from beginner into intermediate.
I knew that in case there was an armed conflict, Destiny needed to put the Soylent down for a moment and pick up a Glock to defend himself from the libtard horde.
Alright, so we're en route currently to shoot guns with Destiny. We're in Alexandria, Louisiana. I've never been somewhere with like so much nothing.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Stop working for a boss. What are you aiming for now? Just trying to maximize profit exchange?
Keep in mind, I'm from like New England. I'm from like a small town in New England. So we're really out in the sticks here. This is where the most badass American patriots are currently living, who are going to be saving America from the leftist scourge brought on by Stephen Bonnell II, also known as Destiny, also known as Diggity.
What's up, Z? Yeah, dude. Anything for you. So I feel like you hadn't been in enough controversy, and obviously, you need just a little more. No, come back, come back. I'm defending this country against the soy libtards like you. Cuck. He's running away. I'm gonna go get him. I will defend America. I'll defend America.
I'm gonna fight for Nancy Pelosi. Kamala Harris.
Matt Gaetz owns you. Matt Gaetz owns you, little bro. The right wing owns you.
The right? Are you
The
serious?
right owns you.
I'm gonna cuck you so hard. Yeah.
You wanna wait? Oh my God! You got me 4?
Yeah.
Whoa! Look at this guy, dude. Wait, hold on. Oh, it doesn't matter. This is more important. Come here. There we go. Oh my.
Wait, I'm not sure. Not sure. I want to get in the time. shouldn't too much. I shouldn't stay stuck in just this. Forex trading, I have creative freedom and I'm financially better than ever. I wouldn't want anything else. I can work from where I want, when I want. Yeah, hopefully it works out for you. Do you feel that you can cool?
Look, I love this little guy. Oh my god. We're solving wars. Steven is trying to escape his responsibilities for defending this country against militant extremists. So we're gonna go
Bring
find him,
some.
find out what he's doing. He might be soying. He's in his goon cave right now. We're gonna get this little Steven to do his fucking job. So he can do what we say.
There you go.
You're disrespecting your country. You're letting them down. What are you doing? You're on your fucking phone?
Yeah.
We're doing a tactical military operation right now. You have no.
Jesus, this is 2 more hours. Jesus, Tom. I'm gonna listen to music for a little bit. Focus more on drawing. Be right back. Okay. You gotta tell me more about Flash thing. We're doing. What has happened? This. I am. Wyvern? Okay, welcome to YouTube chat, Shrapnel. When you just in Twitch chat? What are you doing? You can stop. You can stop posting the party thing. I gave you permission to not do the party thing. Barbados. I give you a challenge right now, okay? Can you type full normal sentences for 20 minutes? Please. Stop. Now you're molding. Stop. "30 minutes too long." No, come on. Stop. Crying? What is going on? Why you gotta do this, Shrapnel? I don't think the email went through. I can only see one frame of the email. If that's what you mean. Like, maybe it has an animation. It seems like it's a crime. Come on, Shrapnel, stop. Tell me something coherent. Tell me about your pets. You got pets. You can tell me about pets. You know, whatever you're doing now. Tell me about pets. What about dogs? The what? Oh my. Dark path. Dark path? Wait, that was Sammy. What are you saying now, Sammy? Dakpa? Welcome back. Dak BA? Translated? From Dutch to... Gone. Where the fuck is Dutch? I can't. I don't know what Dutch. Jesus, hold on. Never mind. Dutch. By PA. By PA. Why I feel like you guys are making, like, actively trying to make me go insane. I don't know what is happening. Dakpa. Buy that, okay. All right. There we go. You are my dad. I have no one's to give. My dad. Bro, I have to go. Okay, bye-bye. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were being serious or not. Okay. Oh, goodbye. I mean, hopefully you keep doing good. New grind that you have. Hopefully I see you again soon. Hopefully with me with a fucking job next time. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh shit. Sammy, no. You have to go check out my... You have to go check out my... YouTube, my animations on YouTube. Everyone has to go sports thingy, more thingy episode. The stinky warrior guards. If I don't get a job, you guys will keep on getting stinky episodes. And I guess I'll get a regular. And that will be my life. I'll just be doing flipping burgers and doing stinky episodes for the rest of my life. That sounds like an okay life. All life stinky. Does the night capybara have a name? When I refer to it, I just say the bar night. That sounds cool. Like bar night sounds very cool, but then you realize it's just capybara night. But bar night, maybe you imagine like a fantasy hero thing, but that was just capybara night. Maybe we could have a 3D bar night thing, animation. But recently, it's just so hard to have any kind of drive to keep projects very overwhelming. But you want to keep creating things. Epic right? Bar night bite. No, you don't have to condense every word that you perceive. Stop. Even know what I don't even know what that emote is. Your favorite emote. I don't know what that is. I have the YouTube stream on top of the Twitch one. Okay, I'm gonna keep polishing. Now I think a little bit on some stinky stuff for the next episode. Let's keep working on that. This is the next. Okay, maybe some spoilers for the most anticipated animated show of the decade. Watch at your own risk. Double stream. I'm fighting the urge to condense. What are you saying? Can you stop? Stinky spoilers. Spoilers. Stop. One of the only David Bowie songs I actually like. Why don't you generally like it? He's okay. Then again, I've only heard like two. Oh, okay. Don't listen to it. Oh. Seems to be okay. What is like a boring house? So we are doing Jerry's house. Jerry's house appears a little bit. Also, maybe, I don't know if you even know, the banker guy is called Jerry. He has a name tag. This is supposed to be his house. After the develop his house, gonna appear a little bit. Want it to be like a very boring and tall house. Boring and tall. Who's Jerry? The banker guy. Because he has a freaking name tag. Stinky stalking him. No. I don't know if I wanna say what's gonna happen. I would do fan art of Jerry. Maybe I can see. Wonder where the other thing have the episode 2 Jerry variation. I want to tie it. Doing Jerry in 3D art. I'm gonna have to change the model a little bit because that his coding is gonna episode 2. Please do Jerry fan art. Jerry so stinky fan behind Joe's bank. I laugh at Joe's bank. You know, Joe's bank is just a way. It's just a Joe Mama joke. So fucking. And Jerry did not sell stinky fan behind. That did not happen. No. That statement is not true. Stop, why are you always using the mad thing? Be like this emote, the raw anger. Very nice. And out of. Thank you for appreciating the rage. Yo. Wait, that was an accident? At this point, there's literally no difference with an accident message and regular messages. They are all mysteries to me. No. True. That is what the song.
ever loved? We should go again. Don't be down when it's over, baby. Yeah. I'll be your man. Oh man. Have you ever loved? We should go again. Don't be down when it's over, baby. Yeah. I'll be your man. Oh man. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Have you ever loved? We should go again. Don't be down when it's over, baby. Yeah. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Have you ever loved? We should go again. Don't be down when it's over, baby. Yeah. I'll be your man. Oh man. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. Have you ever loved? We should go again. Don't be down when it's over, baby. Yeah. I'll be your man.
It's
Getting half past 0. It's getting heated, so I leave the windows open. Preoccupied with the late night B-roll. Right now, laying here alone is heaven. And I've been a hero, helpless. I'm in hell. And I've cried up and down in these hallways, blame myself. Bad luck, I don't wanna be home at midnight. Sun's up, I don't really wanna fight the daylight. I don't care if you
wait, not fuck.
Sun dried on the backyard patio. Drunk eyes cause I didn't give it a home run. Yeah, yeah. You're riding on the FM radio. I sing along just to sing my thoughts as someone. Yeah, yeah. And I've been a hero, helpless. I'm in hell. And I've cried up and down in these hallways, blame myself. Bad luck, I don't wanna be home at midnight.
We're doing 1 by 3. I guess you can continue. Agugum. I agree. Should there be trees? Okay, just like I keep back to check.
Respect your commanding officer, which is me. Stop. I love making out with my inferior officers. Disrespect. You disrespect this country. You disrespect the United States military. This is what we do to libtards. We do libtards in Louisiana. You want me to do it? Okay. Can I? Do it. Ow! Holy shit, that hurt. You're not. I said we got that libtard taken care of. He'll be way more respected of his commanding officer now. He needs to get his T levels checked in a serious way.
Come with me.
Oh my god, get some footage of this silly ass jacket.
This is my shooting jacket.
Yeah, I definitely. I don't have the.
Now we
have 9 possums. But this guy had horrible head trauma. And now we're stuck with this chubby little boy. 10 wild possums from a dead mom. And as you can see, he doesn't bite her. He'll either stop being so cringe. He's a healthy little fella. Oh boy, 3 feral hogs. Completely out of the pouch. And the construction is finally done. Good morning, everybody. Garbanzo Beans isn't letting me walk in a straight line per usual today. But it's a beautiful day and things are a lot more green than they were 2 days ago. Except for Garbanzo Beans' wife, who is still sitting on a bunch of precious little green eggs. And then she starts tweaking out like this whenever I walk by, so I leave her alone. This guy loves walking right in front of my feet, so I have to kick him. And then he makes me stoop down, pick him up, and throw him. Oh. And then he just runs right on back because I didn't throw him far enough. The Cappies are in here now, and they seem pretty happy. Okay, right now we're swapping out the old towel for the new one. This is a lot of what rehab work is just swapping out towels. Right now we're getting about 4 of these guys a day. Okay, there they are. And we get on average about 2 or 3 squirrels every day, especially after a big rainstorm. Then we get about 10. Ian and Sky have done an amazing job of taking care of our little neonatal babies. This is their little weaning enclosure where they can go into this little thing and hang out. They no longer need to stay in an incubator now because they're older. Ian's gonna go ahead and weigh this little guy real quick. 112. 116 is what he is. And we usually put him in here at about 116 or around that weight. These guys are ready to go in here, but we still have about probably 8. Oh, and this one's Pikachu because of his little broken tail. Oh. And we've been getting on average about 7 squirrels a week.
Did you really not like this video yet?
But my friend left her hat here, as you guys can see, and now they love it. There's no better squirrel's nest than your friend's hat that she left at your house 2 years ago. Look how cozy these little creatures are. Guess what's my favorite? Right now, while editing this, we have about 12 in here that are about this size. When these guys are resting, they tend to look like this, but this little guy looks particularly zooted. And this is actually an owl pellet that he coughed up. But as you can see, he's still eating just fine, and I think he's gonna recover. Got stuck on his nose. Nibbleton with a carrot foe today. Lately, Nibbleton has just been standing like this. Blood just loves standing in his little corner on his little hind legs and eating. And Small Pound here, or Nibblerton as I calls him, now lives in the owl flight pen next to my house. But I will move them if we get a large owl. And this was the first of 2 batches of 10 possums we got this week. These guys are actually kind of old. So the mom got hit by a car, and she said there were vultures nearby, getting ready. And black vultures especially will eat live baby possums. And just like that, the amount of wildlife we have in here doubled. Our orphan baby possums, and they are covered in fleas, so we're gonna go ahead and wash them off real quick. They got fleas, ticks, and all kinds of other things, and they were on a dead mama possum, or I guess inside her pouch. We have 5 bunnies and 9 squirrels. 4 of them are weaning here. And now we have 9 possums, and it's only the 2nd week of March. So Ian just went ahead and filled up the little Nibblerton pool. We went ahead and moved him out here, but the new one is kind of cringe and hangs out in this weird little hole. This is his little hidey hole where he feels safe. Oh, this is where Nibblerton is. And I'd like to move him into here pretty soon, but it's too overgrown. All right, everybody. Ian is here. He's getting rid of all the fleas on this bad boy. There sure are a lot of fleas on this little creature. That's why we have to use Dawn dish soap, and we have to do it on their face, because if we use that flea spray, all the fleas will leave and go right to the face, and we don't want to spray them in the face with that stuff. But this is what happens whenever you get 10 wild possums from a dead mom all at once. These fleas are jumping ship from the mom once they realize that she's dead, and they do know when the mom died. And while Ian's doing all the hard work, I'm gonna go feed this rat to baby Gronk. Also, the snake spilled his water and it's coming through here. Hello, Pablo. Hello, Patrick. Also, this is an older video. Patrick already has his cast off now, but his ligaments are still healing. Please, I need an editor. Please don't unsubscribe, you guys. Please, I need help. Help me. Hello, baby Gronk. Have you already eaten enough rats today? For some reason, this boy never eats in front of me. He always waits for me to leave. Okay, after that, we go ahead and we pick the fleas off them. You can see a bunch of them are already falling off, the dead ones. Oh, there's a little fella right there on your neck. Don't mind if I, ooh, sorry. Ooh, he's mine now. Okay, and that person driving off there just dropped off this little goober. This is a squirrel that she found 4 weeks ago and bottle raised herself. And she did a good job because he's a healthy little fella. Now he needs to be socialized or else he won't be able to go back into the wild or interact well with squirrels. She already washed the fleas off off this guy, and I just checked and saw that he didn't have any. We're gonna go ahead and put him with the others. The woman did give us these, and this will be nice. This little guy is fitting in well here with these other squirrels. And just like that, we've got 5 squirrels in here now. These guys are loving these new healthy blocks. And this one bit me a couple times, but his mouth is so small that it doesn't hurt. Oh my goodness. What do you guys think? Spare or consume? He is biting me pretty hard. Now we've got some in here and some in this little hat. And because there's just one left, he's making the little sad noises. These are the noises that possums make whenever they're trying to find their mom. So if you guys are walking around and you hear a possum making those noises, it means it's probably looking for its mom or abandoned. The possum does not need help if you can't still see white on its ears. If its ears are all the way black, it probably doesn't need any help.
4 8 inches excluding the tail.
Yes, so 8 inches. What's stopping me from putting this in my sock drawer for forever? There are still little nasty boys crawling around in these armpits. But they all seem to be pretty comfy in here. Okay, now we have an owl, 5 bunnies, 5 squirrels, and 9.
The fast food. Car sport. They don't actually. I don't know. Because it doesn't really need a parking.
The last thing I'm doing today is getting rid of all the old meat in my freezer. And this freezer burned octopus is high in protein. And although this guy was only raised indoors and ate Fruit Loops every day, hopefully he'll get to enjoy a nice meal. He'll either stop being so cringe or he'll keep being cringe so he can go back to the wild. Because we get about 4 of those 10-month-old tame raccoons that good-hearted people illegally raise and then don't want to take care of anymore. And these baby feral hogs, although skittish, are doing much better now, and they're still a little friendly, and they're drinking all this fresh goat's milk. And look how precious these little creatures are. And as you guys can see, these little baby feral hogs are doing really well. They have their heat lamps and their light lamps. They get plenty of fresh air because I keep the top of that door open. And pretty soon we'll be able to wean them and move them outside. And if any of you guys wants to adopt one of these, please DM me. They are basically just piglets. Their mama got hit by a mulcher. People in the comments were saying, don't Texans want to kill all the feral hogs? When they are literally under 48 hours old, they are just pigs. Look at this, you guys. This is just a pigarino. Oh, and look at them all following me. But to make these guys good pets, we're probably going to need to separate them and spend a lot of time with them. Yeah, there's a flea. No! But right now, we're getting the rest of the fleas off and giving them electrolytes. And these little kittens are doing well. This pink one with the pink collar, he bit me, and then he hated me until I busted this bad boy out. And now it's just me and this one playing. Look at this boy sitting up here. But this one used to hate me, and now he's my only friend. And your Bringleboop really loves being thrown in the air, and you can tell because he runs right back to me after I throw him. So no, it's not abuse. Just to reiterate, you guys, I'm not making money breeding kangaroos. I got to baby a girlfriend so I could show you guys the miracle of kangaroo birth. And you would need at least a couple dozen kangaroos to actually make somewhat of a living off these guys. Also, they have 0 labor pains. And Matt is finishing up the driveway. Pretty soon, we're finally gonna have a level driveway that doesn't have all kinds of holes in it. Look at this Timmy. This is the one that I definitely won't be rehoming. This is the perfect place to sit. And for some reason, this chimkin walked right under the roller and fell asleep. And I don't know why I'm just now including footage of when this woman dropped off this raccoon. All right, everybody. A nice older couple who did not legally have the ability to raise a raccoon raised one to be way too friendly. And now we're stuck with this chubby little boy. Legally, his 3 options on getting out of here are being euthanized, released back into the wild, or being kept as an educational ambassador. And I have some friends that are rehabbers that could potentially have him as an ambassador under their permit. Because old Uncle Ben has to wait 1 more year before he can legally keep one of these guys as an educational ambassador. But I think this little guy will be okay, and he might even go back to the wild if we raise him with some other raccoons. And speaking of going back into the wild, this little fella doesn't need to be in here anymore. I love screech owls, you guys, because you can literally just pick them up. But you should still always wear gloves. This is a eastern screech owl. You can literally just pick them up, and they can talon you, but it doesn't hurt very much. And this guy is going to be able to go back to the wild pretty soon, but I think that he has an eye injury. As you can see, the screech owl is doing a lot better now, but you see how both of his pupils contract differently? This pupil here is not dilating the way it should. But this guy had horrible head trauma and was hit by a car, I believe, and he's eating just fine on his own. Come on, buddy, get off. He sure is squeezing on my hand. But if this was a great horned owl, I'd be going to the hospital right now. But here you go, you guys. This is our creature feature on the eastern screech owl. I'm going to go ahead and just move him into his enclosure. He is squeezing real hard now. And his wings are not injured at all. He can fly around just fine. And for privacy, I've given him this little towel. And I know you guys asked for more big bounce footage in the last video, so here he is. As you can see, she slaps him sometimes for no reason. I think it's just because she's swatting at flies. But when I was laying there, Garbanzo Beans and all of the Rhea came over and scared the little guy back in, so I didn't get to see him anymore. But now I have all the peaceful animals grazing with the peaceful animals and no problematic animals like Kevin or the ostrich running around. And Matt just did an amazing job of fixing the driveway here. He's been around since almost the very beginning. And he put a bunch of sand in here. But Matt is a based veteran, and if you guys need development work done in Texas, please hit him up. Good evening, everybody. It's a beautiful day, and Garbanzo Beans won't leave me alone, per usual. And now, for the first time, I actually feel like the majority of our project of buying this derelict land with a crack house and a homeless camp and 500 tires and a ton of oil. Well, we might want to put a picket fence for the white-tailed deer or some shade here for the pond. I think for the most part, we are ready for wildlife. And my kangaroos are happy and where they're supposed to be right now. Look at this little boy scratching his thigh. And the baby will always be that precious little fella hanging from a doorknob in my apartment, no matter how old and terrifying he gets. And I don't really need Karen's and the other Rhea's eggs to be fertile, because I'm not really out here trying to farm Rhea. And even though this isn't a very big deal for this species, I don't really want their eggs to be inbred. But that ain't gonna stop me from making a quick buck selling their eggs at the Waco Farmers Market. And Kevin's son, although he has to be on the other side of the fence from his wife, and although he acts like his dad by biting the fence and being cringe, he does not want to bite me, and he has this beautiful muscle mommy ostrich here with him. And as you can see, he doesn't bite her in any kind of mean way. That was just a little love bite. And he basically sees her as a very large female Rhea. And that's why he likes to get right up on her and sniff her like that. And it's only because they were raised together as chicks in my home. If I hadn't have taken care of both these guys at one point in the house and then raised them while they were little chicks together, this interesting biological phenomenon would not be occurring. And who knows, perhaps we'll make our first ever Rhea ostrich hybrid. Everything online says it's a genetic impossibility, but who knows? Has anyone really actually tried it? And here's the little dingus outside of his pouch completely. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, almost forgot to tell you.
Hey, I'll be like, when will I be? More. Okay.